Thank you, Dr. Basaksa, for making me a part of this course, which we've been doing now for so many years. And also, thank you for teaching us how to do DMAC at RP Center in the workshop that you came few years ago. And all of us, in fact, have been trained by Dr. Basaksa on DMAC. So there are no financial or proprietary interests, and intraoperative OCT microscope is a non-invasive diagnostic technique which renders an in vivo cross-sectional view of the optical tissue. And we have the microscope integrated OCT, although there are various forms which are available. And the advantage of this when you're doing TMAC is that it allows a dynamic visualization. So you can continuously and simultaneously see what is happening. Of course, the flip side is that it is expensive and it may not be available at all centers. So, like Dr. Basaksa said, we are preparing our own tissues, and there are very few eye banks which prepare the tissue and give it to us. So, I would be discussing the donor dissection and the host dissection. So, as far as the donor dissection is concerned, probably and possibly it does not make too much of a difference because the trypan blue dye helps you to do a very good dissection and preparation of the donor. So, after partial thickness trephination, this is being the Descemet's membrane is being pulled onto one side. Can be seen here, but nothing great, except when then there are adhesions in some of the cases. Then possibly these can be highlighted here. So this is followed by trephination of 3 millimeters to make the S-shaped stamp, and then you flip this up on the other side, and after putting the S-shaped stamp there, then you can put it back lid on the other side. It looks like a desmetocele actually if you see on the intraoperative microscope. So not that you don't require to do it, you can do it even without, and then this is flipped back and then trephination is done. So this is going to be exactly like Dr. Basak's because we all do what he does. So, and this is then put into the petri dish. Now, this is a case of DMAC triple in which the desmetorexis is being done, and this is a clear cornea. So probably here again you don't need that much of visualization. But even if there are any desmet membrane remnants which are present, these can be easily pulled out and can be seen on this. And this is the Descemet's membrane roll which is taken in the injector and is then intracamurally injected and then is placed inside. Now this is upside down. This was the very first case I did and didn't put stamp in this. So this is upside down completely. So we just flip it to get it into the correct configuration with the biceps curl upwards, which can be seen otherwise here also as well as here. And then the graft gets stuck to the back of the cornea. So this is just to show the outcome of the same patient. Now, it has a very important role in hazy corneas. For instance, in this, and we've published a whole series of this, uh, the cornea is hazy, the edematous epithelium is removed, desmetorexis is being done, and there may be remnants at this point in time when those are also removed, looking at the IOCT. And notice this is a very tight scroll in the anterior chamber. And again, this is now the graft is folded and it's difficult to see in hazy cornea such as this, but you tap, get it to the correct configuration of biceps fold upwards. And now this is the correct configuration and then the air bubble is instilled. So even though you can see a very faint S here, even though you cannot make out, but still one can see on the IOCT to fine tune the same thing. Now, at times, what happens is that there may be folds in the DMAC graft, such as in this case, this is the correct biceps curl upwards. So notice that there is a fold which is present here. So you have to actually go above the graft, looking at the intraop OCT microscope and inject some fluid there and simultaneously put air. So simultaneously put there and inject fluid there so that the fold becomes mobile, and then that can be addressed. Now, again, in case of ICE syndrome, you can actually make out where the adhesions are. Not that, again, you need to do it. You can otherwise also make out. So remove the epithelium and take care of the adhesions which are there between the iris and the overlying cornea. And subsequently, these little pieces would be there in ICE syndrome, which will, which are still present, and you don't come to know whether they are there or not. So these are removed, doesn't come out piecemeal like it would for Fuchs dystrophy or for PBK. So this is a small piece which has come out, and then another small piece which is coming out from here because this has got partially broken. So when this happens, uh, then IOCT helps you to see if there are any other remnants, and then of course this can be put in, and then air bubble is injected just like I've shown you previously. This is in the post-op period. Now, it is useful for failed DSEC also. When you're doing DMEC, you can remove the graft. And here there is adherence which is present between the graft and the underlying iris, which is again then pulled out. And the graft is quite edematous. And gently it should be pulled out because you don't want iridodialysis there. And then this is loaded in the manner in which it should be in the anterior chamber. So again, with the biceps curl upwards, so you don't have to struggle to change the position. You just put it there. And if there's fibrin reaction here, it will show specks of dots. And then again, the biceps curl upwards, followed by the air bubble injection. And there it goes and gets stuck to the back of the cornea. So to conclude, intraoperative OCT is a useful tool in the armamentarium of, I think, cornea surgeons, I should say, not only for keratoplasty, but also for ocular surface disease. But it really refines the DMEC surgeries and helps to see the unseen, more so if you are doing cases which have hazy corneas. And it has to undergo modifications, and of course, it has to become cheaper for everybody to be able to afford. So thank you very much for your kind attention.